Hey everyone. Been a little while since I gave you some elevator content. It's not been a while since you've given me elevator content, though. I love the fact that completely undeservedly, let us just be clear, I've kind of become the internet's like oddball elevator guy. Meaningfully, that title bestowed upon Howard, but Howard's not terminally online like I am. He's got a family to raise and professional shit to do. So it falls to me to get all of your Bluesky and Mastodon and Reddit and just emailed comments and photos about like, what's this? What's happening here? And I am, no stranger to this. I because of Howard and being in my life, like I notice and think about elevators all the time. The fact that Emily and I were, I guess this was in New York. Actually, I know this was at the Luigi Hilton in New York. Actually, yeah, they had totally changed and renovated their elevators to, by now most of you know, destination dispatch systems are where you press your desired floor in the lobby, typically, or in the hall landing, and then you get dispatched to an elevator, elevator A, elevator B, and they had Schindler elevators, which means they're running port. Every major brand has a destination dispatch technology now. Schindler's is called port. There's Agile, there's Polaris, there's Compass, right? But whoever set up this system, my God, it was, I don't have enough photos and video to convey to you how much of a shit show this was, right? Like people were just constantly bollocksed up in the hallways and in the lobbies, and like nobody, like, I don't know what optimization they were doing wrong, but it was a mess. And if I can find it, I think we have it in our slides somewhere. It was cute because the original floor call buttons in the cabs were still there. There was just like a plate of metal over them and a locked key panel that, of course, like it was a predictable key, but like the floor call buttons were there. And eventually we just started like kind of looking by, oh, this one's not locked. And then let's just make our floor calls from the cab. So we're just going to 10, right? Unless we want to go somewhere else, like 9 and 10. Now, doesn't say we're going to 9. Well, let's see where we wind up. The more you know. So just because it's new, it doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Now, here's one for you. I got a few elevator and escalator things for you to talk about, because this is a week that, when have I not said I'm busy? I'm always goddamn busy. Not to mention Black Hat and DEF CON are coming up, but also I mentioned Miss FisherCon. If you're going to be in Vegas this week, in fact, I will be speaking at the Miss FisherCon. It happens to be in Vegas, and I'm in Vegas because we're getting everything ready for Black Hat. I'll be talking about safes and locks and all kind of old technologies around the 20s in Australia. But that is not what I'm talking about here. Tell me about this elevator, right? So this is the designated recall landing, which means it should have a fire phase 1 key switch, right? The recall phase 1 fire key switch. Do you see it? It's there. You might have missed it. There is a phase 1 key switch. I've never seen it in this location. Oh, you can see I'm like looking around the hallways and the corners for it. Never seen it like this before. Did you spot it? Look at this. It's way up on the door buck. Like it's way up in the frame of the hoistway door. Some of you may have seen a key switch there before. It's usually the hoistway or, access enable like key switch for certain Otis systems. I've never seen the phase 1 key switch there, but that's where it was. Crazy stuff, right? Like, who knew? Kraken sent me this one. This was overseas, obviously. It's a Kone elevator. You can see from the language that this is not in North America. And the actual translation would be, emergency elevator control panel is behind, again, right, that same kind of area, that framing right against the door buck. That's the access panel to get to the elevator maintenance controls. And of course, it has a sign saying you don't belong in here. But he also noticed where the key was. Have you ever seen that before? I sure haven't. Yep, that's a key just dangling from the ceiling. Yeah, you do you, Finland, or somewhere in Scandinavia, I imagine, is where this was, where everyone's just trusting and they have social programs. That means everyone just gets along. I wouldn't do that in America. Somewhere that's also not America. This was actually Southampton, right? So Willow sent me this. Look at this signage here. Look at these floor designations. This is obviously an elevator that's servicing multiple buildings, and the different floor landings and the way they badged it and the way, yeah, I don't really get to England anymore. I used to get over there a lot more for different reasons. And I don't know when I'm going back in England, but I would almost make a pilgrimage out to this. I think it's a university that has this building just so I can kind of document and look at how the hell all these floors interconnect to these weird ass landings. There's a lot of strange things all around the world. Because again, not everyone has our building codes. Something I learned from Howard about escalators. I got an escalator one for you. The flat step zone. Do you know that when the escalator is at its platforms at the top and bottom, it's supposed to have a zone of what are called flat steps, where the actual treads of the escalator level up and then they run in parallel before they plunge down under the comb plate. And it should be, I think Howard will correct me, or one of you will correct me in the comments, it should be like 2 to 4 flat steps. I use this all the time when I'm facing like up the escalator, because most of my partners are shorter than me slightly. So like I'll get an escalator, I'll turn around, and I'll like look at them and kiss them and like talk to them, and I'm bullshitting the whole time. And what I'm doing is I'm dangling a foot. My one foot is off my tread, so my toe is pointed down, and I can just be talking. But when I feel the elevator tread pick up my other foot, I can just turn on my heels and like march right off. No problems. The flat step zone is predictable. It's for people who are unsighted or have other, sensory disabilities. Look at these flat steps. That's more than 4 by a lot. Yeah, this was in Ireland. Again, just different kind of building spaces, different building codes. And I was like, whoa, okay. Y'all have your own rules over here. You do you, homies. That's quite all right. I love seeing the world like this. I love learning about systems that are unique. And honestly, the really, really cool one. So Zack sent me this from Japan. Many of you may have seen elevators that have multiple sets of control buttons. I'm speaking specifically in the cab, like the floor call buttons. Sometimes there's the main panel, but you might also see one down on the wainscoting, almost like near the guardrail, the handrail. They're low. You may have even seen ones on the floor, like mounted inches from the floor. You would imagine what they're for, right? For people who are perhaps in wheelchairs or have small stature. They can't reach up and hit the high rise, but I can't get up to 50. There was an old little kid's riddle about, why does this person go to the elevator and he goes down to the lobby, when he comes home, he goes to the 50th floor, but except he goes to the 25th floor, except when it's raining. And the riddle was like, on rainy days, he has an umbrella so he can poke the top. It's a short man. That's the riddle. The riddle is a short man. But it wouldn't work. That wouldn't be the riddle that you'd have if you had these elevators with low buttons. Now, I had never seen this, and neither had Zack. Why are the hall call buttons in multiple sets? You see this? You have your main up and down hall call, and then there's another set of them, slightly lower. And he was like, why would they? It's not a hardship for a regular statured person to just reach down and press these are probably above 32 inches. Why would they do that? He found out. It's really very sweet. This was a bank of multiple elevators. The lower buttons near the accessibility iconography, right? Those buttons will register your demand for up or down travel. But if you press your travel there, it will only respond with one of the cabs that has the accessible buttons in the cab. Not all of them were modernized with that. How sweet is that, right? That's so neat. All of these things are neat. I love that you all tag me in on stuff like this. I love that you send me information like this, because half of these are things I don't know about. Most of the people I just mentioned, like Willow and Zack and so forth, like I've been emailing back and forth with these people, like ask the building manager the next time you're there, what's up with that? And then they like, oh, I learned this. And then I learned this. I love learning from you as much as some of you somehow incidentally manage to accidentally learn from me sometimes. If I see you in Vegas, if I see you at Black Hat in our class, there's still a little bit left in the Black Hat class. You probably already know if you're going to Black Hat because your company's sending you there because it's expensive. There's the DEF CON training, post-DEF CON. You want to learn about RFID? We got the DEF CON training, obviously. If I see you there, if I see you in Singapore, I think we're running a DEF CON training there. I think I'm speaking. I was going to be training a bunch of first responders next month, but I think I'm actually speaking in Brazil. I just got that email when Victoria and I were like driving to a restaurant tonight. And I was like, oh shit, you might have to watch Whisper for a couple of days next month. I think I got to be in South America. So if you want to learn from me and my colleagues, that's great. If you want to just say hi to me, that's great. I love seeing all of you. I'll catch you at DEF CON. I'll catch you at B-Sides. I'll catch you wherever I can. And if I don't, whether you're on the elevators or escalators or just walking around on the strip, stay safe out there.